The evidence already paints a bleak picture of what's happening to the Uyghurs in the far west of China. Alleged arbitrary detentions, mass internments, disappearances and forced sterilizations. Now, the British lawyer who prosecuted Serbian leader Slobodan Milosevic is about to start a so-called People's Tribunal looking into the fate of the Uyghurs. Critics say it's work that should be conducted by the UN. Are the UN's hands tied, effectively?
Probably, yes. First of all, China has the veto within the Security Council. In other bodies, such as the Human Rights Council in Geneva, it's the principal funder or a principal funder, and it would be unrealistic to think that that body could commission a fully independent evidence-based inquiry. That's very unlikely to happen, and therefore we get on with it.
There is a long tradition of people's tribunals, the first led by the philosopher Lord Bertrand Russell into alleged criminality by US troops in Vietnam. Another looked into the killing of dissidents in Iran, and another, led by Sir Geoffrey, has looked into the forced harvesting of organs from prisoners in China. The tribunals have no power, but instead seek to set out the evidence. For the Uyghurs, it means assessing if genocide is being committed.
The evidence emerging at the moment is not particularly, as I understand it, and I have formed no view of any kind one way or the other, but there's not at the moment a great deal of evidence of killing. So it might be one of the other limbs that would be material to determination of the question of genocide. For example, the limb for which forced birth control could be relevant. And here the issue would become even more complicated because there has been no court decision anywhere in the last 70 years.
Given the mounting evidence of atrocities, the chairman of Parliament's Foreign Affairs Select Committee thinks the British government should be doing more to pressure China.
I think the UK should speak out more, and certainly when we see that the connection between some of the organisations that have links to us, which have connections to either the enforcement or the propaganda of a violent and repressive regime in Xinjiang, should cause us to have doubts as to whether or not we should do business with them.
Over the next year, Sir Geoffrey Nice and his colleagues will rule on whether China is guilty of genocide or crimes against humanity. Even without any chance of justice, he argues it is a vital judgment.
It's a very big and difficult question, but it doesn't mean it should be dodged. It means it should be confronted.
The world may fail to act, but his tribunal will ensure the facts were known. Dan Rivers, News at 10, Kent.
சமூக வலைதளத்தில் நம் சமூகத்தை காண தளம் வென்லிஸ்டர் மறந்து விடாதீர்கள். நம் பேஜினை லைக் செய்வதோடு நம் சேனலை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் செய்யுங்கள். ஜஸாக்குமுல்லாஹ் ஹைரன்.